When I tell you I watched Shadow Force, I loved it so much.
Thank you so much.
I did. So this scene right here, and I can't wait for y'all to see it. It was so good. It really was. And I want to congratulate you on Shadow Force.
Thank
so,
you.
like, watching you two do action, Kerry, Omar, is it as fun as it seemed? Because y'all look like y'all were having, I mean, you were lethal, but you look like you were having a little fun with it.
Yes,
Yeah.
so it's so good.
It's hard. Like, we trained really hard for this film, hours and hours a day. But I think it's also where we started to get to know each other, where we started, you know, because we started fight training before we started rehearsing.
Okay.
So in the fight training is where we learned each other's sense of humor, we learned how to communicate, how to trust each other. Yeah.
It was good. Good time. And it was like the spending time together outside the set was something very interesting because we started to talk on phone a little bit, and on that prep, you know, and it's good to observe your partner doing the hard work, you know.
Yeah.
And she's an hard
He's a
worker.
beast.
Yeah, no,
He's a beast.
No, both of you are beasts in this movie. Like, Kerry, I'd never seen you like this
I've
before.
never done anything like this before. And also, you know, like, I'm a producer on the film as well, so I got to...
you are.
I thank
Miss Boss, lady.
So part of my challenge as producer was to cast my husband. I think I did a good job. And it's so fun to be able to find somebody where you work so well together, where we really challenged each other, we really trusted each other. Because it's one thing if you're on set and you forget a line, then you just go back and start again. But if you're fighting and you kick in the wrong places, like, somebody could get hurt, right?
Girl.
So you have to be very careful and
Yes.
really specific. And
Yeah, and the trust is very important.
Yeah.
It's like there is no other way to trust each other very, very early, and that's what we did, and it became something very enjoyable.
I'm going to ask you about you casting Omar, but this French accent is taking me to it. Like,
I know, people are very, it's his superpower. It's one of his superpowers.
It is your superpower, and the French accent, you know, because you have this beautiful French accent even in the movie,
Yeah.
and all I can think about, I'm looking at you, all I know is voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? That's all.
You gotta be careful out here talking to people like that.
I don't even know what it means. What did I just say? What did I say to you? Because that's all the French I know.
Tell her what she just told you.
You need to know that you asked me to sleep with me, like. It's like
Oh my God! I did.
and you decided, voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? It means, do you want to sleep with me tonight?
Oh my goodness!
Very specific.
It's very okay.
Very specific.
Well,
Very specific.
What camera do I need to look at to apologize to Omar's wife? Mrs. C, I am so sorry. I am like, oh my gosh. Well, the next question, well, do you have an uncle or a brother that talk like you? That would like that I just said, voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Okay. Somebody in your family look like you. Kerry, you in the movie, you were hitting a little French there too. So do you know French?
I don't. I really don't. I mean,
She does.
I learned a little.
No, she does.
I had a really good teacher, and Omar helped me a lot on set. So originally, the character was not French speaking.
Okay.
But when Omar said yes to be involved in the project, I
Yes.
thought, well, this is amazing because now the film is global. And you know, Black people, we live all over the world. We speak all different
Everywhere.
languages.
Yes.
We have different cultures. So it really is like a great example of who we are. When he came on, he said, I would love for my character to speak some French and to speak French to our child, which
Yes,
I think
you
is so
did.
special, so beautiful.
And I love it. You were talking about casting him.
Yeah.
Now you took the untraditional route because normally when you cast somebody, they come in and read with you.
Yeah.
You slid into Omar's DM.
I
What's
did.
what?
Listen, with my husband's permission.
I was gonna ask that.
Yes, yes.
'Cause I just apologized to his wife.
No, I'm good. So
Okay.
Namdi and I, my amazing husband, who loves this film, and he and I were talking about like who would be the right guy to play my husband? Who would it be?
Yeah.
And we'd bring up a name, and I'd be like, no, and I'd bring up a name, he'd be like, no, and then I don't know whose idea. Who said Omar, but we were both like, this is it.
Yeah.
So I didn't know Omar, although I am a huge fan, so I slid into his DMs. and then it was really great. I I feel like in some ways for me it was the beginning of, I knew in this film I was gonna have to play a different kind of badass, somebody who was more rebellious than I'd ever been before.
Yeah.
And that was kind of my first badass move, was to slide into the DMs, and then you were like, is this really her?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I was surprised. Like, it's like Kerry Washington on your DM is like, sounds wrong, right?
You knew it was a 90-year-old woman saying, "Can you go to this movie with me?"
Exactly.
Saying, voulez-vous coucher?
I know that's right.
No, I had to triple check then and make sure that was her. And then we started our conversation, but it was good because I think it was a good way to start the adventure.
Yes.
And I think have like that direct connection, direct dialogue, and also the trust also. It's the main key to all
Whenever we had issues while filming, we always went straight to each other.
Yeah.
Well, I have to tell you, what I loved about this action film was the love that you two had as husband and wife, and I love that you have a son in the movie.
Yeah.
Jaleel, and his last name is Kamar. This little boy is a star
He's a
right
star.
here.
Yes,
He's
And
a star.
I love the love as a father that you had with your son, and you would speak French, you would massage his head, everything. I was crying when I saw this.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was, because I said because you look like a man to pay child support. I was like, yes, oh my.
I think one of the sexiest things that a man can do is be a great dad.
Is be a
It
great
is so
dad.
sexy.
That was
It is
so sexy to me.
right? Every time I see my husband being a great dad, you're like, you could get it. Like,
Yeah,
you're
that-
really,
exactly.
it's so beautiful.
It is a beautiful
So that was
thing.
one of the things I loved about the script that we both bonded about was like, yes, you have this badass mom, but the dad is doing the primary parenting, and that image of a black dad loving his son, it's just so precious.
Yeah.
And I didn't. And I'm speaking to you because I saw the movie first, but our audience hasn't seen it. So
Yeah.
can you tell us what Shadow Force is about?
Yes. So we play former spies. We
Yeah.
used to be part of this spy unit called Shadow Force, and we broke the rules and fell in love, and I got pregnant, as happens sometimes. And then we had to leave the unit to protect our son, and so we are on the run protecting this little boy. But I've backed away to try to protect the family from afar,
Yeah.
and Omar's character is doing all the primary parenting. And this kid is spectacular.
He's the best.
I just love the chemistry between y'all two, and I love the love with your son.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited also because I heard that your production company, Kerry, is maybe doing a new series based off Wisteria Lane with that was based off the Desperate Housewives. Can you tell us about that?
I can't say much.
Oh, don't tease me, Kerry.
I can't say it's very early in the process, but I'm a huge fan of the original show, a huge fan of Mark Cherry, the showrunner, the man who created that show. So it's really asking the question, like, who would live on Wisteria Lane now? What would that look like, and what would happen there?
Let me tell you something. Girl, Wisteria Lane, you say who would live on it? If you had a French mechanic who came and needed to fix my car, I would live on Wisteria Lane.
Noted.
How does that, have you slid into her DMs asking about Wisteria Lane, Omar?
I will tomorrow.
Any chance I could have to work with Omar again would be a dream.
Well, I would love, y'all have to see Shadow Force, the first Shadow Force, but can we talk about maybe a Shadow Force 2? Come on now.
If enough people show up and watch, maybe it would be
Because
a joy.
this is something
Yeah.
we need to see, this love
Yeah.
between a black man and a woman and your son. It's just like, I love the family aspect with the sexiness and the action. And Kerry be kicking some ass in Shadow Force. I'm not lying to you.
And I want to say one of the things that I'm really proud of as a producer is that this is not like computer-generated AI images flipping through the screen. This is real people doing real stunts. We worked really hard. Fight training, fight choreography, weapons training, because we don't just hold guns, we shoot guns, we clean guns, we load guns. I mean, it's all of it. We did all of it, yeah.
So when you both came home, Be real with me. Denise hurt. Were you bruised? How you feel when you got home?
There was some
after?
bruising.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was also part of the fun too, you know?
Yeah.
You know that you really did it when that happened. So
Yes.
And you get to eat really well
Yeah.
at the end of the day
Yeah.
because you've been fighting for 10 hours. You're like,
And you were hungry.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Kerry, I have to ask this of your co-star. You are French. I know you married, but can you just pretend for one moment? Say something to me romantic in French. I gotta hear it. I don't know what you
What do
want
you want him to say?
I don't. I know you married, but everything you say, even if you say, Sherri, I'm going to the bank at 5 to get some money out because I need eggs and milk, just give it to me.
Okay, that's good.
Donc, chérie, je vais à la banque tout à l'heure. Je vais retirer un peu d'argent parce que je vais acheter du lait.
What else did you want to say? Tell me what else.
You want something else at the store?
I don't know. Tell me you needed to get some broccoli and asparagus later.
Je vais acheter des brocolis et des asperges.
Kerry, how did your husband let you do this action movie is beyond me. When I tell y'all Shadow Force, you gotta go see it. I cried, I laughed. It was so good. Thank you. And I'm not getting up, okay? You better call somebody in France that look like you and tell them to come on out here. And they gotta be young too, because I'm a cougar. So I'm a cougar.
She's a cougar.
Okay, I am a cougar. I don't know how you say that in French.
Cougar in French?
How you say cougar in French?
Cougar.
Yeah, I'm a cougar. I'm a cougar. Y'all, Shadow Force is in theaters everywhere, and this Friday, May 9th, is when it gets released. So get your tickets right now.
We're gonna have a good